This year, our theme for the convention has been New Beginnings. It is a historical landmark in our history as PHASA. We've had a lot of change this year. We've been through some challenges, but it's very nice at the end of the day to see the positivity that has come out. Just to understand that we are a members-driven organisation. The members give us the mandate at the end of the day. It's not an executive decision. We listen to what our members require. They provide the direction of the association. When we address these issues, we can see that we are addressing their challenges, we are addressing their needs, we are fighting for their right to earn a living at the end of the day. And it's been very, very, very positive. I'm really proud to be a PHASA member and to be the president of the association behind members that support me 100%. And like I said, the positivity that's there. It's great when we define association, like-minded individuals, we are really like-minded. And I think that's really the recipe for going forward. If I look at some of the challenges that we've been through, without the support of the members, it wouldn't have been possible. And to make this possible, our chief donors and sponsors made a big difference. If I just look at our international partner, Global Rescue, that has come to the convention to make a big difference. It's essential that when things go right, it's not a problem, but when things go wrong, who do you have in your side? And Global Rescue plays that role for PHASA. If I look at our local partners in Geller Forwarders, they've also been with us, loyal, been thrust through the difficult times. True friends are there, not only in good times, but in bad times. And we really appreciate all our partners and people that have come to the fore to support us in our initiatives. If I look at the economic challenges we faced, we needed to bring a positive message to our members. We needed for people to understand that it's not all doom and gloom. If we have a look at what's happening in our country, there are challenges that we face. However, with Dr. Botha coming to address us and bringing his economic assessment of what's happening in our country, the potential for investment, if certain role players bring their cards to the table and portray what's really happening in our country, the isolated incidents that do take place, we don't ignore them. We're not naive. However, we're addressing those challenges. What's happened in Venezuela, what's happened in Zimbabwe, if we play our cards right, I don't foresee it happening in our country. And Dr. Botha's message was very encouraging. And I think our members take away a real positive approach to see that there is opportunity. We serve a great country, we're ambassadors for our country, and that's what we want to get. We want to get people to come to our country. One of the things that we've got to have a look at when we deal with our international market is our reputation. We've been very fortunate to have John Jackson III from Conservation Force with us and John Boretsky from Safari Club International, the Guides and Liaison Officer that coordinates all these activities between the various associations and countries. Now, if we have a look at things that happen, is if we want to encourage people to come to our country, we've got to have a sound reputation. There's a lot of things that can impact this integrity, and like I said earlier on, honesty. This is what we want to portray. We've got so much potential in our country. We need to go out and sing the positiveness that comes from our country. There's so much that we can offer. However, a lot of the time this is neglected. We had our tourism, the special advisor to the Minister Hanekom, Julian Saunders, with us, that has delivered a brilliant message to encourage people to understand that there's so much more. Adventure tourism and hunting play a big role in the whole tourism sector. It's not just simply tourists coming to our country. There's so much more that we can offer. We've got a wonderful country, open places, so much to offer. We're looking for opportunities, and we keep devising new methods to encourage people to come to our country. It's been an honor and a privilege for me as PHASA President to introduce our new logo and the synergy behind it to our members today. Inspired by excellence and innovation, PHASA introduces their new logo. Building on the past and looking to the future as industry has changed, PHASA has changed its logo to a modern, transparent identity. Carrying the flame forward is symbolized by integrating the predator paw, protea and fire torch, with the diversity of species symbolized by the antelope head, all combined in a modern approach. PHASA is a membership organization. Our mandate is dictated by the members, and we are here to look after their interests. Often our members are not the best spokespeople, and we are encouraging them to get involved. We need to understand the challenges that they face. We need to understand how they need to market South Africa as a destination. With that, we engage on their behalf with our departments, be it Department of Environmental Affairs, the Department of Tourism, Department of Agriculture. There's so much legislation that's being passed, and at the end of the day, we are the watchdog that ensures that their right to survive and their right to operate as a legal entity in South Africa is protected. On the first day, there were facilitated answer and question sessions on topics such as the Department of Environment Affairs, legislation, hunting statistics for 2017, challenges and solutions relating to the hunting industry, rural safety, our relationship with AWASA, the Hunting and Wildlife Association of South Africa, and the legal requirements for Big Five licensing in our country. Coming out of these sessions were, first of all, and of importance of an association like PHASA being actively involved on many different forums on behalf of their members, informing and partaking in decision-making, supporting the conservation and ecologically sustainable development and the use of natural resources for the benefit of current and future generations through the promotion of legal hunting. PHASA believes in constructive engagement and not shying away from responsibility. We have taken our responsibility with seriousness. Panelists representing landowners, game breeders, hunting outfitters and professional hunters spoke on the topic of misconceptions and responsibilities between them, emphasizing that they all form part of an integral part of the same industry. From the wise words of one of the old dogger boys in the industry, Mr. Arthur Rudman, to the pleas of the freelance PH such as myself van Heerden, highlighted what the responsibilities are each expects from each other and what can be done to rectify the misconceptions. South Africa is a unique game ranching model and must adhere to the needs of a changing hunting industry, and therefore a sustainable long-term relationship must be built to be inclusive, to protect everybody within the value chain. Richard Morton and Maurits van der Wetering discussed what they saw as warning signs coming from the industry that may influence the availability and the prices paid for ranched hunting animals. There was accordance from the floor and panel that once again it is important to be honest with each other in order to move forward. On the third day we have our annual general meeting. This is where all PHASA members come together to make decisions and give the mandate to the executive committee on the way forward. As I said earlier on, we are a member-based association. We've seen in so many organizations that when you dictate, things do not normally fall into place. We believe that when our members are happy, we can take the industry forward. Our members have shown today once again that by positive contributions, actively being involved, and the great attendance with the interest in the industry, showing that every little decision has a direct impact on them, things can be achieved. Today there were a couple of small amendments that were required to our current constitution to facilitate the growth of our association. These were met very well with the voting. There was no contentious issues. One of the biggest challenges that did face us is that PHASA as an association was met with a challenge from a resolution that was taken last year, where PHASA was bound with another association and making it dependent on that association. Even though symbiosis does exist, it was essential that PHASA stands on its own 2 feet and is allowed to make its own decisions. With the current restrictions placed on the executive, it is required every year that an essential decision that affects the industry be brought to this forum to be discussed. However, with a very thorough and well thought out document that was proposed today regarding the hunting of ranch lions, wild lions, managed wild lions, PHASA is able to go forward, once again being a leader in this industry, not hiding away from the responsibility and ensuring that sustainable utilization of all species is taken into account. It is very, very positive. It's the first time that I can recollect that we've had a vote that 100% of our members are in agreement with this decision taken. I think tonight is a wonderful event that awaits us all, and I think all PHASA members along here are looking forward to the gala and awards evening. It's really going to be great.